Hey everybody, this is Hi everyone. I'm really excited about today. Today marks the final recording day for my book, The Hot Sauce Principle: How to Live and Lead in a World Where Everything is Urgent All the Time. Now, when I wrote this book, it was leading right up into the pandemic. And of course, now as I sit here today, it's February 2022, and we've gone through about 2 years of the pandemic. And that's been a whole different experience. So I want to share with you 3 updates that are new and different that relate to the book, hot sauce and urgency in our lives, that are not in the book. So here's our first one. So the first one, most of us haven't been commuting to work. Unless you're a frontline worker, you're still pretty much working from home. And so in the beginning, we said, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I get this break. I don't have to commute. I'm at home all day. And while that was great, what I've come to learn is that commute time, even sometimes stressful, gave us a time to transition and to recharge as we moved into different parts of our life. Move into work mode, move into family mode. We don't have that anymore. It just kind of flows all into one kind of urgency stew, all mixed together without a lot of healthy boundaries. The second element around it ties into that. So once everyone realized no one was commuting, they realized you could have a meeting at 8 a.m. You could also have a meeting at 5 p.m. because you were not commuting. And so if you are like everyone else that I talk to in the working world, you've got meetings starting at 8, go all the way to 5, back to back to back to back to back. And all those meetings have a video component to it, adding another level of stress. So we're having less and less time to take on the tasks in front of us. So meeting management has only ramped up the urgency to change and transform. And then the third item that I would talk about here today ties into the book and ties into the rule of 3 hot sauce bottles. So we talk about in the book the story of Kate and how she realized if she had 3 hot sauce bottles and managed urgency by only assigning a bottle to something that was urgent, and she only had 3 bottles, it'd be a great forcing mechanism. I can't tell you how many folks have told me, but what if all the leaders of my organization all have 3 bottles? What if they all decide to give their 3 bottles to me and my team? All of a sudden, I've got 30 bottles or more. So it really speaks to not only having the conversation with your direct leader, but you've got to make sure you're keeping other leaders aligned on what bottles you've got on your plate. All the urgent things. So communication, alignment has become even more critical. Because after all, we're not actually seeing each other. It's all virtual. So the effort needed to keep people on the same page is even greater. So those give you 3 updates as we sit here in 2022 on how you can use the principles in the book to deal with the urgency and hot sauce you are facing today.